Welcome to The Buzz. I'm Wally Conway. Joining us on The Buzz today from the law firm of Jack Webb is none other than Jack Webb. Jack Webb, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me today.
You know, Jack, we see you all around town over the years between politics and many large law firms, large companies in town, and now you've made the move to become Jack Webb Law. What was the compelling reason to hang out your own shingle?
Well, it's time. I practiced law in Jacksonville for over 20 years. I've established relationships over that period of time, developed a wealth of experience both in the legal profession, government, politics, business. That said, it was time for me to just give this a try. And doing my own thing is one way you describe it, but the goal here is actually to build a brand and to build a firm to provide quality legal services on an affordable basis to business entities in the community that at times get swallowed up by larger organizations.
Well, Jack, knowing life, love, and law is all about relationships, how is it that these relationships that you've built so strong over the 20-plus years in Jacksonville, how does that come to serve the community?
Well, I think especially with regards to representation of clients, it comes down to trust. I really do. I believe that, again, I talk about business entities, commercial entities, small to mid-sized employers that can't necessarily afford $400, $500 an hour. They come to me because they know I'm not going to leave them hanging. They know they can trust me. If I tell them I'm going to be there for them, I'm going to be there for them, I'm going to see it through to the bitter end. They get involved in a dispute that might potentially ruin their economic life, then I'm going to be there for them from soup to nuts all the way through.
You know, Jack, you've been visible around town for a long time, and there are some folks that see you as a pretty hard character. Tell us a little bit about the soft side of Jack. Those things you do at church, you do in the community.
Well, I appreciate that.
That makes you the guy that you are, even when we see that tough shell.
Yeah, well, it's funny because people do see this tough shell, and I really don't see myself as such. And that's interesting, but perception is reality. I get that. I think it shocks people when they realize the level of community involvement that I have had. You know, being involved. In fact, the reason I got involved in politics, or my conduit for involvement in politics, was through church activities. Again, I was in-house for many years with a company that's now known as Siva Logistics. So I was traveling all over the country, all over North America. So I had very limited involvement in the legal community, but I was heavily involved in my church community, involved in a number of levels, and worked through some leadership positions in that level, and then that kind of catapulted its way into a grassroots campaign to run for city council. Got on city council. Next thing you know, I'm elected president. And then that hard side came around. We had to make some hard decisions. Resulted in me serving in one term, which is all well and good. But I've been involved in a number of different boards and still am very active in the community, giving back, because this is my home. This is where I've lived for the last 20-something years. This is where my children all went to school. And so it's home, and that's my soft side.
Well, I enjoyed seeing the passion come out when we really talked about your big why and your community and the things you do around town. I appreciate that. I feel real certain that's going to lead to great success for Jack Webb Law. I'd like to thank Jack Webb for being with us on The Buzz. If you'd like to check out Jack Webb, you can do so online, jackwebblaw.com with 2 B's. For The Buzz, I'm Wally Conway.